And we are live. What is going on, LBHT crew? Ravens flock. How'd you feel about that one?
And more to the point, after an off season filled with a lot of trash talk, how does it feel to be tied with the Carolina Panthers?
Oh, I warned you guys yesterday. I
How does it
said,
feel?
don't talk trash too soon because after Monday night, we could be tied with the Panthers. I did say that at the end of yesterday's stream, and here we are. Listen, props to the Detroit Lions. Okay. They came in and handled business and bullied that fraudulent defense. Fraudulent defense. They are frauds. I'm saying that 3 weeks in, they are a fraudulent defense. Yes, Killer Cam. That is the term of the year, the term for the last 5 years. Defund the defense. Okay. Defense isn't going to win us anything. We've been saying it for years. Stop investing in the defense. That's not what you're depending on to win us games, because the defense gave up 38 points tonight. 38 points.
Hey, no. Let's be fair. They gave him 35. Okay, we'll take off that 3 points with the off the fumble. Him wants to know where he can donate to the Defund the Defense charity. That would be you can super chat. You can go to Streamlabs. The link should be in the chat, or you can go to Cash App, $ LBHTShow.
Yep. And but no, even the 3 points, like, no, man, get a turnover. They got turnovers. We didn't get a turnover.
Get a stop.
Get a stop.
Even if you can't get a turnover. Like I understand they're a great offense. You know, Jared Goff is on. He's playing very well. Just get a stop. I'm not even going to say you have to intercept the ball.
But the point,
just stop him.
The point is, we've been saying even though the defense completely sold in this game, everybody's going to talk about Derrick Henry's fumble. Like that lost us the game.
Well, let's talk about the offense, because the offense didn't play well. Lamar didn't have a great game. Lamar was off. He threw a couple passes that should have been intercepted.
Yep.
He got sacked 7 times. You know, some of those were on the O-line. Some of those were on Lamar just holding the ball too long. The receivers weren't getting open. They weren't making any plays. Derrick Henry, like you said, he fumbled the ball for the 3rd straight game, and he only had a little over 50 yards, or right at 50 yards, I believe. I know because I bet on it, and he did not hit the number. And they put up 30 points. So they played their worst game of the season. That was by far the worst that the Ravens offenses looked, and they still put up 30. The Ravens defense, I don't even know what to say. Like if you play any offense with a pulse, they're going 30 plus on that defense. It looks like the Lions had just real quick. The Lions had a Panthers-esque performance in the run game, giving up 220 plus yards and 4 touchdowns. I know they have Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, and those guys are great. That can't happen.
And don't tell me that Matty Bike was the difference here, because if one guy can derail your whole defense, then why are you spending all that money on that side? Yes, get the hashtags in the chat, just like Eric L says here. Hashtag defund the defense. Okay, Mr. Jackson, don't renegotiate or resign with the Ravens. Hey, I wouldn't renegotiate if you're going to just take that money and put it in the defense. First of all, if I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm not doing any deal to help you with your cap. You're going to give me more money. You're going to give me more guaranteed money, and you can figure out the rest on your own. But I'm not doing anything that's going to be team friendly for you. Oh, no. We're not doing that. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Yes, get the hashtags in there. Hashtag defund the defense. Now you guys see what we're talking about, because at the end, there goes Shug. Hashtag fund the defense. Well, we funded your defense. How you like Patrick Queen? But now you guys see what we're saying. Like you don't. Nobody believes the defense is going to win us anything. You're sitting there at the end of the game praying that they can get a stop, and when they finally get force them a punt, you're like, oh, thank God. right?
You know what I really love about this game though, and this is not anything to do with anything, but something that just stuck out to me that I really really enjoy because this guy just has the best timing. Mark Andrews, outstanding game. Mark Andrews went for 6 catches, 91 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and of course it was a loss because my man does not contribute to winning at all.
Yeah. What's up, Danity? That's right. Hashtag defund the defense. Hashtag hit the like button. Thank you, Danity. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, that sums it up. 38-30. We kept it within 1 touchdown. But I mean, that offense got it whenever they want to. I mean, 2 of the touchdowns came when they were pinned at their own 4-yard line.
Yeah, 2 95+ yard touchdown drives. Embarrassing.
Completely.
That's not even a oh man, this defense is so talented that can't happen thing. That can't happen to any defense.
See, and here it is. Here it is. Right on time.
Oh,
it was a fumble. So the defense can give up 38 points and they're off the hook. It was the fumble, B.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fumble that killed us. Did the defense force a turnover? I must have missed that if they did. Did they get a sack on Jared Goff?
Sure didn't.
Sure didn't. So no sacks.
The only time I saw Mike Green tonight was when he was chasing Jahmyr Gibbs into the end zone.
Yeah. Along with everybody else. I'm
not even blaming him. Like, that was a great play that they called and ran. But I mean, that's the only time I noticed him.
I saw first round pick Malachi Starks completely whiff on that David Montgomery 73-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I saw that. I saw him miss a few tackles out there. I didn't see him make any plays. Isn't that why we drafted him in the first round? He's supposed to be that playmaker.
I thought so.
I thought so too.
That's how he was sold.
Does he look better than Marcus Williams? Not to me, he doesn't. Not yet. Not yet. So, what we got in here? TJ. Oh man, the losses bring y'all out, man. They really do. TJ Pender, what's going on? Says 2 things can be true: defense and offense play bad, and Lamar didn't make enough plays.
TJ, the Ravens scored 30 points. What do you want? What do you want from your offense? Yeah, they didn't have a good night and they scored 30 points. How are you trying to put this on anybody but the defense?
Listen, man, this isn't a both sides thing.
No.
If you're going to spend that much on the defense, they have to be held to a higher standard. 38 points is completely unacceptable. The offense is supposed to hold on. Don't respond yet. The offense is supposed to be able to have bad nights, have off nights. They are not. You can't rely on the offense to score on every single possession, right? That's not the team that we built here. We didn't build a team for that. They just happen to be doing it because we have a great quarterback. But they should be able to have some drives falter a little bit, but the defense will keep us in the game. But no, what's end up happening is the defense isn't helping at all, and you're expecting Lamar to do great things night in and night out. And when it doesn't happen, then it's their fault.
Mm-hmm. And he just saying they had 24 points and 6 in garbage time. No, you don't know what garbage time is, because if they had recovered the onside kick, they could have tied the game and sent it to overtime. It's not garbage time if it's a 1-score game and you still have an opportunity to tie it. You can't retroactively call it garbage time because they didn't get the onside kick. That's not how that works. They scored 30 points.
But guess what?
And even if they did score 24, that should be more than enough with the defense that you put together.
Exactly.
So I don't want to hear any of that garbage.
But that doesn't wipe away the fact that the defense gave up 38 points.
Right.
38 points. Right? If we lost 27-24, you could say, "Oh man, that fumble really, hurt us." They gave up 38 points. They showed no resistance whatsoever. They made 0 plays out there.
Yeah.
Josh, what's going on, man? He says Monken has some short yardage play calling situations, especially goal line. Listen, this coaching staff, get them out of here. I'm through with them. Get them all the way out of here. Horrible play calling. All night he's trying to get cute. Like, you're throwing it to. Derrick Henry almost had an interception himself. Why are you doing that?
Right.
Run the ball.
Incredible. No, this is a poor coaching staff. They need to fix that, but that's not going to happen. Week 4 of the season, so they're gonna have to figure some things out.
What's up, Keelan? 20 missed tackles. I didn't even see that stat. 20 missed tackles. 20. This is where all of your resources went. That money sure would have been better spent on actually protecting the QB. This is all we've been saying. The number one goal should be to protect your quarterback, because some of those plays where, yes, Lamar could have done a little bit better running the ball. There's a couple of times where it's like, okay, if you run now, you can get a couple more yards. He was kind of hesitant. But there was one play in particular, I could, on a replay, I saw why he didn't move, because who's 72 on the O-line? Is that Voorhees? It was on the left side. Okay. Voorhees did that thing that I used to always get on John Simpson about when he was here. He turned his back to the defense, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's looking at all the action, and there's a linebacker right behind him, and Lamar can see him. And I'm pretty sure Lamar is like, bro, there's a dude I need you to block in front of me. Can you please turn around and touch him?
He turned around. He said, "Yo, Lamar, what you gonna do?"
Right. Listen, Voorhees, Falele, I'm not crapping on them, man. It's not their fault, right? These are developmental players. These guys could be good. 3 years from now, these guys could be really good. Sometimes it takes a while for offensive linemen to develop, right? So they might be on a trajectory down the road to be those guys, but we need guys right now. And Eric DaCosta did nothing to improve this O-line, to give them any kind of competition. They just said, hey, we hope and pray that they can get it done. That is not strategy.
Yeah.
So there's enough blame to go around, but do not let Eric DaCosta off the hook. Do not let the poor coaching staff led by John Harbaugh off the hook here. This is a team that they built. This is exactly how they want this team to be. There are no holes. There is nothing missing in their eyes. And they go out there and play like this. Somebody has to be held accountable.
And again, there's enough blame to go around, and it all falls on the defensive side. It all falls on the defensive side and the GM and the coaching staff, because, again, they scored 30 points, and this was their worst outing of the season. Like, this isn't the most talented offense in the league.
No.
Like, they have good wide receivers, not great wide receivers. Isaiah Likely's not playing. They have good tight ends, not great tight ends. Derrick Henry's fumbled 3 straight games now. He's had one good game this season. So they're not great at the running back position at the moment either, especially since you won't activate Keaton Mitchell. The O-line obviously has a couple of major holes on it, and they've scored 40, 41 and 30 in their first 3 games. Two of those against 2 of the top teams in the league, in Detroit and Buffalo.
Well, they scored 40, but the Bills. Are you talking
about 41? No, they scored 40, then 41 against Cleveland, and then 30 tonight.
Yeah.
So they've scored at least 30 in every single game. I don't want to hear any of the critiques of the offense. This is like back in the day when we would say, you know what, Lamar might have played bad, but there's a long list of things wrong with this team before you get to Lamar. That's what it is with the offense now. Even Falele and Voorhees included. Talk about Eric DaCosta, talk about John Harbaugh, talk about Zach Orr, talk about that defensive front, talk about that secondary, and then you can talk about what's going wrong on the offense while they're scoring 30 plus.
I don't want to talk about Zach Orr, right? Because I mean, how many years are you guys going to fall for this, that we scapegoat the coordinators? How many years? Who put him in that position? Yep. Who's keeping him in that position? If this is any other team that's in their window to win a Super Bowl, that's serious about winning the Super Bowl, Zach Orr is fired.
Yeah.
Right? Todd Monken might get fired too. Like the Eagles had no problem getting rid of their coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Hot coordinators. Who was that offensive coordinator that was supposed to be
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. They're like, yeah, ain't working, dog. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Right. Like over here, it's just he's getting better every week, and we just hope that he puts it together. We have faith. You have faith. You have faith. That's your strategy. I have faith that they'll get it right. You guys like that plan? Is that good coaching? 2 sacks in 3 games is just unacceptable. Yes, Wes. Agreed. All right, we got 130 people in here. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hit that like button. I know y'all frustrated, but if you are new in here, hit that subscribe button. Okay, we talk a lot of Ravens and Panthers over here. B is a Panthers fan, so he's feeling pretty good this week.
Yeah, that was a good week.
He's feeling pretty good.
You want to know what a defense looks like? Go check out that Carolina Atlanta tape. Right. Only shutout this season.
Yeah. What's up? Adrian says I'm cool with or getting the boot if EDC and Harbs join them. Yeah, it's time to clean house. It's been time to clean house. You gotta take this window seriously, and if they're not going to make any changes, they gotta go. Yeah. What's up, D Weezy? Says I'm not frustrated, Jose. Panthers went 30. Oh, yeah. We tied with y'all.
Yeah, you are. And look, like I said, this is a must win for Baltimore in my eyes because you got the Chiefs next week. And the Chiefs are not a team historically that y'all perform well. I mean, they play well. They don't get the wins. Yeah. And dropping to 1-3, I still don't think that there's a danger of them. I mean, there's a danger of them missing the playoffs. I mean, just because you're 1-3, but I still think they come back and they win the division from that. But you're not going to be, getting a bye. You're not going to be getting home field, and it's kind of going to be taken out of your hands at that point. But we'll have to see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, you guys are venting in the chat. I see y'all, man. If you are scoring 40, 40, and 30, yeah, you shouldn't. You cannot be losing those games. Yeah, you're right. 33 Lady Ram says it right here. You're a moron if you're blaming Lamar after putting up that many points. Honestly, like I can't put it on Derrick Henry either. Right? These are bad timing for those fumbles, but damn, man, like how many points did they got to put up? Like the defense showed no resistance.
And in Derrick Henry's defense, every time he's fumbled, I believe every time he's fumbled, he's been hit in the backfield.
Yeah,
like you definitely have to protect the ball more than he's been doing. But you shouldn't be getting hit in the backfield like that anyway.
No. SB Candace, I think we're making the playoffs, judging team based off current trajectory. They'll make the playoffs. But this is 2 good teams, 2 playoff caliber teams that we played. And again, the defense didn't hold up the end. The offense held up the end. The first game, offense played great. The second one, offense played not so great, but they still put up enough points to win. 30 points with the defense that we built. We should never lose a game. We should never lose a game if our offense is able to put up 30 points. And that's if they have turnovers, they stumble on a couple of drives. Because that's what we're talking about. Like we had 1 turnover, right? And we had a turnover on downs at the 1 yard line. That was pretty bad. But they came back and scored at half, before the half started or the half ended. So they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit there. But okay, they had a couple of drives where they had to punt. Right, they had a couple of drives fizzle out. You should expect that. You didn't build the offense that the Lions have, right? You didn't invest in your team like the Lions did. Why are you expecting us to keep up with them? If they put up 30 points, we supposed to put up 38 points. Your defense is supposed to keep them from scoring.
Yeah, like the Packers did. They held the Lions to 13 points in week 1. But the Ravens are going to make the playoffs. Okay. Even taking a worst case scenario look, they lose next week. They're 1-3. All right. It doesn't look great. But then you got Houston. You gotta beat Houston. And then they got the Rams. Rams are a good team, a very good team. So you lose to the Rams. You're 2-4 now. 2-4 going into the bye. Then it's Chicago win, that's 3. Miami win, that's 4. Minnesota win, that's 5. Cleveland win, that's 6. Jets win, that's 7. Bengals win, that's 8. Pittsburgh win, that's 9. Cincinnati win, that's 10. New England win, that's 11. And then you got Green Bay. Okay, you lost that one. Pittsburgh win, that's 12. So you're going to the playoffs.
And that's if you lose against every competitive team.
Yeah. They're still going. It's just, we're not talking about the regular season for this team, because this is supposed to be the Super Bowl window. They're supposed to be a championship team, and they just don't look like it on one side of the ball.
Yeah. As we can say, with this current defense, it's the same guys, same defense as last year. Bad. I think because we played a couple of bad teams at the end of the season last year, we got tricked into thinking that this was a good defense. No, it's the same bad defense as last year. They were awful. They were the worst pass defense in the league last year, and they're right around that this year. Or they're probably the worst all around defense. Same bad defense, and we were still one of the top teams in the league. So yes, playoff team. Let's see. Stop the cap says Lamar's looking dejected on the goal line. Oh yeah.
He I don't want to say he looked like he gave up, but he definitely looked like he was kind of disengaged towards the end. Just kind of faded back, holding the ball, and then he didn't look like his normal self. And I think that part of it was frustration. And at that point, you kind of knew that you were going to lose the game. And taking 7 hits from that D-line will do that to you, or 7 sacks from that D-line will do that to you.
Listen, it's a combination of that poor O-line and poor coaching, because I know there were times where he just did not like that play calling.
Mm-hmm.
The final boss level for Lamar's for Lamar's transformation as greatest QB of all time is to dig in his Aaron Rodgers bag a little bit and be like, we're not running that play. That's a stupid play. Right? Like sometimes he just has to say, okay, you're calling what? Okay, all right. So here's what we're really going to do, guys. We're going to run this play because I'm not going to toss the ball to Derrick Henry for him to try to throw an interception. You're going to run it.
Right.
Okay?
Aaron Rodgers, we're not going to head coach right in the eyes and say that's a stupid effing call.
We're not going to roll out at the 1 yard line and run the same play that I tried to run, the 2-point conversion that Mark Andrews dropped against the Bills last year. Okay, we're going to
call Henry was open on that one too on the backside, but it's a kind of a sprint to the right, and they never even look back
and nobody blocked. So, he had time. He couldn't see him anyway. All right, we got over 150 people in here. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. When you guys get frustrated, y'all all want to file in here, okay? Listen, hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit the subscribe button. We have goals we're trying to meet this year. We're trying to get, it's a lofty goal. It's a lofty goal. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. We are halfway to 5,000. We're at about 2,500. So subscribe, share this with your friends. Okay, they're over in other spaces and whatnot. Say, hey, that's cool over there. Go check this out over here as well. All right. Also, we got an audio podcast. This will go out in the audio form as well. If you listen to audio podcasts, we're everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're trying to grow that as well. Leave a 5-star review. That'll help us out a lot. Vernon Jones, what's going on? Says Hamilton is not a good player. He has flaws and he doesn't tackle well. Hamilton's an excellent player.
Yeah, every player has flaws. He's a very good player.
Yeah. So, Aura says 7 sacks is diabolical. Diabolical. Now, let's like B said, some of those sacks are on Lamar. But okay, you put 3 on him, right? You put maybe 3 on him. He had a ball a little too long. He should have probably ran or throw the ball away. Some of those you definitely got to put on him. Not all of them.
We did get a cash app from Adrian. Thank you very much. He says Harbaugh will make the same excuses as usual. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing that gets me so pissed off about John Harbaugh is the lack of accountability. I'm not even listening to the press conference, but he'll say the same stuff. Oh yeah, a couple things could have gone away, or this could have been better, this and that. But he'll never say, "Man, I'm not getting this team where I need them to be. The defense is not where they need to be. There's some adjustments that I have to make. There's some play calling situations that I have to do better." Like he'll never take that accountability. Yep, Teflon John, you're right, Killer.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, tough one, y'all. I know y'all frustrated. Yeah, 0 sacks is a big one right there. Press start. That's a big one, right? Like this defense, they like it's one thing to give up points, but you're not doing anything. It feels like at times they're not even taking the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How twice in this game, they give up 95-yard drives.
Mm-hmm. Disgusting.
So you see the thumbnail. I put in a thumbnail frauds. I got the picture of the defense up there. It's it's Hamilton and Marlon Humphrey. Although I don't think they're frauds. They individually they're really good players, but as a unit, they're horrible. So is it? Do we have a bunch of guys that aren't good? Is Malachi Starks just not a good player? Is Mike Green just not that good of a player?
Yeah, that one's true because as I explained to you, Princely and Nick Scotton,
Yeah,
the better
yeah,
pick,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they've proven it so far. They're
Sure.
showing up, they're making plays. That's why we shut out the Atlanta Falcons this week, 30-0, only shutout in the NFL.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah,
sorry to
yeah, yeah,
interrupt
yeah,
you. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah,
You go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. That's the Panthers fan over there. He's gonna talk his trash. He's gonna talk his trash. That's what it
It's
is.
not talking trash; it's talking facts. I'm sorry.
But is it that these players just aren't good? And if they aren't good, why are we wasting time with them? Right? We can't turn around right now and be like, yo, Malachi Starks is whack. He's a first round pick. You can't say Mike Green is whack. He's a second round pick. We just got him. Everybody was pumped about that. So it's in a scheme, right? So they're not being coached well.
What you mean relax, game too easy? You relax like y'all offense did? Well, thank you.
Game too easy as a Falcons fan, so he's not enjoying the trash talking either. But yeah, Kwame was right. Ask Marcus Williams. It's our scheme. Listen, man, Zach Orr had his training wheel season was last year. Training wheels are off now. Yeah. And if you can't get it done, you have to take a step back. I ain't even say you ain't got to fire him. Harbaugh doesn't like firing his friends. He likes keeping his friends employed. Look, man, you got to take a step back. You're not running the defense anymore. We got to get somebody in here that can run the defense.
They came to a fork in the road last season. Well, not last season, the season before, where they said, hey, we've got a brilliant young defensive coach who has this defense playing as the best in the league. And you could kind of see with that talent how they could get even better than they were. And instead of nudging John out the door, getting him a chair next to Ozzie, in the advisor role, they let him walk out the door, and they let their other senior defensive coaches walk out the door, and they promoted a guy with almost no experience. What do you think this team looks like right now had you pushed John out and hired Mike Macdonald instead of letting him walk and go to Seattle and losing all of that experience on the defensive side? Now, I'm willing to bet they're undefeated right now. I'm willing to bet they look completely dominant right now. I'm willing to bet that everyone looks at Baltimore after the Buffalo, Cleveland, and Detroit games and says that's the best team in the league by far.
Well, how do you feel about Mike Macdonald as a head coach, right? Like, I don't know. I think the verdict's still out on him.
I think he's doing a good job in Seattle. They don't have nearly as much talent or nearly the talent on offense that Baltimore has, because their quarterback is Sam Darnold. I think if he's in Baltimore, and you know that offense is essentially running itself. Yeah. Todd Monken's not doing any kind of great job with everybody complains about the play calling every single week in Baltimore, right? Lamar Jackson is running that offense, and Lamar Jackson's putting up 30 a week. And if Mike McDonald is there, he's running that defense, and that defense is not giving up 30 plus to good teams every time they run out there.
That's a good point. That's a excellent point. That's an excellent point. This team does not require great coaching. It requires competent coaching. And that's what's making it so frustrating, is that we're getting coached out of these games. There are times in this game where the offense isn't, it can't go anywhere. And it's not because it's not anybody choking. It's just the play calling looks cluttered. The guys don't look like they're on the same page. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They're looking at something like what was that? Same look we're looking, we have on our face, they have on their face. Like, well, what kind of play call was that? Or like they didn't get that right there, So it's definitely situational coaching. And I mean, I don't know how much longer we want to put up with this, man. I don't know. But this defense, this is the defense we have. This is the O-line we have. We can't change anything at this point. But we warned you guys. We warned you, right? Do not invest any more in this defense. Invest in the offense. But look, we already know how it is with this fan base, man. Like, at the end of the season, the fans are going to be saying, "Oh, we gotta go defense. Did you see how defense played? We gotta go defense. We gotta get a linebacker. Roquan is cooked. He's washed. We gotta replace Matabike. He's always hurt. He costs too much money."
I just want to point out this comment here from TJ. O-line is fine, but Lamar is dancing around instead of getting upfield when things break down. Let me reword that for you. O-line is fine. Lamar needs to run more when they don't block.
You think O-line is fine?
Like I said, all those sacks weren't on the O-line tonight, but the O-line is bad. They have not performed well in pass blocking at all this season. There was a composite list of Pro Football Focus, SIS, and ESPN's pass blocking ratings. Baltimore came in 30th. That's out of 32. It's not good.
And that's composite. That's not just Pro Football Focus. That's other,
SIS and ESPN. They all have Baltimore rated poorly.
Right. They're awful. What's up, Darren? Says Starks got punked all game by Montgomery. Sure did. Playmaker. That's what he's supposed to be here for. He's supposed to be here to be the playmaker, right?
Okay.
To be the true free safety, so Hamilton can play up close in the box.
All right, and not to pick on you here, TJ, but I do want to point this out as well. He says $52 million per year on Lamar. They can't have a top O-line, give and take. The Eagles have a top O-line. They're paying Jalen Hurts, right? Jared Goff, they have a really good O-line down in Detroit. They're paying Jared. You are paying $100 million to Roquan Smith. I forget how much they even gave to Matabike, $100 million to Kyle Hamilton. The money is there. They chose to spend it in other areas. They could absolutely have a top O-line if that's something that they valued. They do not value it in Baltimore.
Right. Like B said, B took the words right out of my mouth. They pay 70 to Marcus Williams before that. Right. Like, those are guys, I like them. But if you ask me, do I want Hamilton, Roquan, Matabike, or a wall around Lamar Jackson? Give me the wall.
Yeah.
Because how could it possibly be worse than what they're doing right now on defense?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me we need those guys. We need those guys to give up 41 points? Nah, bro. We need them to give up 38 points? No. If you're going to go with a defensive coordinator, and I don't like the crap on Zach Orr, but he's not ready, clearly. If you're going to go with the coordinator that you're going to let him learn on the job and he's just not ready yet, you don't need to give him a whole bunch of nice things. You don't need to give him a whole bunch of talent, because you don't even get the right talent. There are some players, that they're not going to be here because Harbaugh doesn't like alpha, those alpha types. But there are some players that are like, it don't matter who the coach is. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna handle business. Okay, if you make the wrong call, that's fine. We're gonna make the play anyway.
Yeah.
OJ's in the house. What's good? Oh, you got it. Go ahead. Says these boys are boo boo. Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Yes. Look, there's a couple ways you guys can support the show. A few ways you can support the show. Super chat really helps. The pin link that you see in the chat box, that's how you get Microphone Man dancing on the screen there. That'll take you to our Streamlabs page or our Cash App. You do a Cash App or the pin link that gets you Microphone Man on the screen. And we read your comment on air. Also, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/LBHT show. For as little as $5 a month, that'll give you access to our overtime show. That happens every Wednesday after our main show. Okay. And we talk about all kinds of things, anything and everything over there on the overtime show. It's a lot of fun. You also get access to our Discord. So after we're done with this stream and you guys still want to vent, that'll take place in our Discord. I can hear the notifications going off as we're doing this stream. There's people in that Discord 24/7. So it's a community that we're building over there. And once you sign up, you're in. So if you decide not to be a member later on, that's fine. We don't kick anybody out of the Discord unless you do something to get kicked out. All right. So check it out. It's well worth the price of admission. We got other tiers as well to give you some more perks. So check us out. Also go to lbhtshow.com. Buy some merch. You like the merch? This is one of the older ones, but we can still get you one. We got some new merch up there. If you like the beanie that B's wearing, it's getting cold out there. That's also, well, I think, is it sold out now?
It is currently sold out, but we're going to get it updated here real soon.
Okay. But check it out. We got some merch up there. LBHTshow.com. Also sign up for the newsletter. That is free. All right.
And again, as I mentioned, we had kind of an updated design. That's the Baltimore hoodie and shirt that you can get right now. Also, again, if you want to know what a real defense looks like, this is for our Panthers fans out there. No peers, only pray. After we tore up Atlanta this week, New England, get ready because you're next.
All right, go, man. You gotta stop this. Keep this energy next week.
You keep saying it, but like you never come back to like cash in on it because like how could you?
Right. Dusty, what's good? Thanks for the super chat.
Yes, thank you. Those wide receivers got exposed, can't get open without play action. That is also part of why Lamar was just standing there looking because there was no one open to throw to. But listen, the Detroit has a very good defense. Last year, all of them got hurt. I mean, there's a reason they went 15-2 before they got bounced in the playoffs, right? But they had a lot of guys who got hurt, but they're back now and they're kind of clicking on all cylinders there. We got another super chat here from Adrian. Thank you very much. He says we'll be underdogs next week at least. Yeah, I mean that's how y'all like to play.
That's a game that I expect to win. I expect to win that game. The Chiefs do not look good.
I disagree. They didn't look great against the Giants. They played sloppy against the Giants, but they won the game fairly easily. They looked good the first 2 weeks. They just didn't win. But those are two undefeated teams that they played. They lost by one score in each of those games. When they didn't have anybody on offense to get the ball to. And I expect Xavier Worthy to be back next week.
I watched that Philly game. They did not look good in that game.
Okay, they lost by 3 to the best team in the league. So, at the very least, you can say they're a very good defensive team. The offense has not looked great, but they've played very well defensively against the Chargers and Philly. And I mean, I guess against the Giants, like they gave them 9 points, but like, whatever. they completely shut out Malik Neighbors. I'll say that.
I expect to win that game though.
I expect to see Xavier Worthy running free in that secondary because that's what y'all do.
So you got the Chiefs winning that game?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I'm not saying they're going to blow out Baltimore. I think it's going to be a close game like it normally is with the Ravens. But listen, what it comes down to with Baltimore, it's not even necessarily personnel. When they play the Chiefs and several other teams, what it comes down to is that John Harbaugh gets outcoached. And Andy Reid is still Andy Reid. So I'm going to say he outcoaches John again next week, and Kansas City gets to 2-2, and Baltimore falls to 1-3. Like that is a must win for Kansas City as well. Like the Chargers are 3-0 and have already beaten Kansas City. They have to get on a win streak to get back into it in their division.
Yeah.
So they're going to come out and they're going to give their absolute best in that game. And I expect Baltimore to give, I don't know, like 75, 80%, like they
It
do.
depends on how much pressure Harbaugh feels in the media this week, right? If this is looked at as a must win as well, because we're 1-2, we don't want to go 1-3, then yeah, they will show up for that game.
No, Ferris. He says they didn't shut down Malik Neighbors. Russell Wilson and Brian Daboll shut down Malik Neighbors. No, the Chiefs shut down Malik Neighbors. You want to tell me that Russell Wilson had no problem finding him the week before against Dallas, and then he was like, you know what? That guy who scored all those points for me and almost won us that game, I'm not going to throw it to him.
There was at least one where Malik Neighbors should have had touchdown, and that moon ball fell short for interception.
I don't think that would have gone for a touchdown anyway. I think
it absolutely would have gone for a touchdown. He had this guy beat.
Russ can't throw a pass that takes less than 8 seconds to get there. Right. And it was only like 20 yards between him and the back pylon. Like that was never gonna happen. But regardless, he caught one pass for 4 yards.
Yeah.
I believe it was. Like they did a great job on Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. And Kim agrees. What's up, Kim? They shut him down. All right. I mean, the fact is, look, he had 4 yards. But yes, Neighbors had a couple of times where he was open.
Sure. But that'll happen regardless, and a part of that is knowing that Russ can't get him the ball consistently.
Yeah. Peter Bill said they would give 100% on defense until the third quarter. Who? This defense? They gave up. This even gives up scores from the opening drive.
Yeah. But they did give up 17 points in the fourth, so he has a bit of a point. They let the floodgates go once that fourth quarter starts.
This defense is bad all around. Bad. Okay, you can look at individual players and say they're good, but man, I'm done with all this talking, man. I'm done with it. Right? They have to start showing out. Okay, Roquan Smith. I am so done with this dude, man.
He made one nice tackle tonight.
I'm so done with him.
I think it was on Jahmyr Gibbs that saved a first down. Jerome, thank you so much for the cash app. He says the mishandling of the O-line is negligent. Macari left for peanuts. We could have paid him. The right side is bad. On every sack, a lineman was empty-handed. That is absolutely true. They weren't all on the O-line, but on every one of them, there were some O-line just chilling. They said Roquando
Estás.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no, the O-line, not good. No, not good at all. But even with that, again, they've put up 30 at least in every game. The offense is functioning with that O-line. They're functioning at a high level with that O-line. The defense has talent everywhere on that defense. They have high-level talent, and they gave up 38 tonight. They gave up 41 to the Bills. I mean, obviously Cleveland can't play, so they look against Cleveland, but
it's great that you get turnovers against Cleveland. That's good job. You got turnovers.
That's just part of the Joe Flacco experience.
But if they got 0 turnovers in Buffalo, they got 0 turnovers against the Lions.
And Josh threw them a couple in that first game.
Sure did. If they get 1 turnover in both of these games, they win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the standard isn't even high for this defense. It should be. That's what me and B keep saying, that the standard needs to be higher than you have for the offense. But you guys still hold this offense to a certain standard. You still hold Lamar to a certain standard. You hold Derrick Henry to a certain standard. You hold the O-line to a certain standard. Because even though Eric DaCosta out of his own mouth said this O-line was going to be trash, well, at least last season, he said it'd be better this season, right? You still expect them to play better than they're playing, even though they are ranked out of all the teams in the league in terms of what you pay the O-line. They are ranked 32nd. So this is the cheapest O-line in the league. There's still a standard set there. Defense, no standard.
Uh, Auteur says, let's see if you're fans in reality or denial. First of all, I'm not a Ravens fan, but okay. Rough loss, I get it. But can you at least acknowledge the Lions are the best offense in the NFL for now the third straight season? Make your life easier. How are they the best offense in the NFL? Again, Baltimore has put up 40, 41, and 30 in their 3 games.
If you're the best offense, why did you only score 10 points in week 1?
13.
13 points. Yeah. I'm sorry. Why did you only score 13 points in week 1? Did you win that game?
So no? I would not call them the best offense. They're extremely talented. They're one of the best offenses. You know, they're great. But no, I'm not going to say they're a better offense than the team that's put up 111 points through 3 games.
So let's see who's really fans, who's in reality or denial. Artur, are you guys really the best offense in the league? Are you the best team in the league? Like, it's a good win. Congrats. Right? We knew it was going to be a tough game. That's not what we're talking about. Right? We're talking about how bad the Ravens defense played. Because again, you scored 13 in week 1, my friend. Don't come with any excuses. They're really ranked the number 1 defense in 2024 and 2023. Who was ranked number 1?
Hold on. We got a super chat from Jerome. He says, Lamar has overcome poor coaching since his rookie season. Had Lamar not saved that season, Harbs would have been gone in 2018. I'm over it. Absolutely. That was the greatest coaching decision that John Harbaugh has ever made, was taking Joe Flacco out when they were 4-5, putting in Lamar and saving his own job in perpetuity, apparently.
Okay, he says they're number 1 ranked offense. Okay, I'm about to say defense. I thought you were talking about the Ravens. I was like, the Ravens are not number 1 ranked defense last year. Number 1 offense in 2023, 2024. What are they ranked this year? Right? Last year is last year. What are they ranked this year? The number 1 offense in 2024, 5th greatest offense in history. Again, what are they ranked in 2025? You are a year behind, my friend. Catch up. What are they ranked? Okay. Who's in denial and who's in reality? You're in the past.
Yeah.
Catch up. Oh, we got another super chat. That's what I'm talking about. Salute to y'all. Juan Jeezy with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Says Harbaugh and the Ravens are sabotaging Lamar on purpose. They wasted his rookie contract. Lamar's image is not what they want representing the league. Hey. Listen,
I don't agree. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say it's what they want, but I don't think the NFL has any problem with Lamar representing the league, because Lamar is extraordinarily professional. Lamar is you know, he's never had any issues at all off the field. He's never had any he's never had any problems on the field either. I think that they would prefer it to be Josh Allen, right? But you know, if it's Lamar, if it's a guy like Jalen Hurts, if it's a guy like Pat Mahomes, that doesn't bother them. They don't want Deshaun Watson to be the face of the league.
No. They don't have a problem with them. And again, these games don't make Lamar look bad.
Yeah.
Right? Just like the Bills game. Nobody's going to look at this game and be like, man, Lamar just can't get it done. Or, you know, or the first game, like, man, Lamar he had a terrible game. Lamar threw 3 touchdowns tonight, no picks. He was 21 for 26 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty good game. And that's on an off night.
Yeah.
The defense looks terrible. The situational play calling looks terrible. This reflects on John Harbaugh. After week 1, nobody was talking about Lamar because he played damn near perfect game. It was all about how poorly coached that game was, how they choked that game away, and about how John Harbaugh has given up 17 double-digit leads in his career.
Yeah. Arturo says 88 points in the last 2 games, one of them against Chicago, and averaged 33 points a game last year, using 1 game as your bell curve. No, you're using last year to justify this year's offense. Buffalo is the number 1 offense in the league in yards per game. Baltimore is the number 1 offense in the league in points per game. You got to just deal with that. You know, wait, like, or just wait until deeper in the season, when if Detroit keeps scoring and these other teams fall off, and you can say they're number 1. They're not number 1 right now.
Wait, I thought you dealt in reality, not denial. We just gave you facts. Do you deal with facts? or are you just a fan? If you're just a fan, that's cool. I get it. What's up, free Wi-Fi?
Thank you. He says, how soon can Brian Flores take over the defense? Over the Vikings, cold dead bodies. That dude is exceptional. But thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Hey, 171 people in here. That's what I'm talking about. Hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit that subscribe button. All right, we got some goals that we're trying to meet. Artur is about to get himself kicked out of here. If he don't get himself together, listen, you guys won the game. Congratulations. All right,
it's not the same. You don't have your play caller anymore.
Right. Is every year is different in the league. How old are you, Artur? How old are you? Every year is different. Every year is different. Artur, man, go. This may not be the channel for you, man. You might have to go and enjoy your win somewhere else. Like you're what are you getting upset for? You won.
Hey, Artur, I want to ask you something. You're saying, oh, you can't just use that one game, blah, blah, blah. That's the only good defense you've played, right? You played the Bears defense and the Ravens defense. The only time you set foot on the field against a good defense, you put up 13 points. So what are you talking about?
Right. So, yeah, you put up points against two bad defenses. You know, I mean, you see the thumbnail. That's what you had to see the thumbnail before you clicked on the video. This defense is they're a fraudulent defense. They are frauds. They are not good. All right.
Okay. He's the former 3-sport athlete, the Artur.
What is none of them were football. I know that.
Listen, you can feel like they have a better offense, but the fact is that they are not the number one offense in the league. That's a fact. That's not something you can argue, bro.
3-sport college athlete. So you weren't a pro athlete, is what you're saying, Artur. You're a fan, just like the rest of us. Congrats on being a 3-sport athlete in badminton and curling and whatever else. You didn't play football. I know that.
Oh wow, they have the highest winning percentage. That's crazy. I love those endpoints because it's like what he did with Josh Allen with how they put up his numbers since December of last year or whatever it was to make it look like he had the best numbers in the league at quarterback. I was like, well, why would you start at that random date? It's just because it's the date that makes your point.
The world class was good. Says our defense is historically bad. Anybody bragging about beating a Zach Orr defense is an idiot. I mean, they are awful. This is an awful defense. Hendo was good. Our guy from the Road Pie says, man, oh man. Yeah. I mean, that's all you can say. 2002 doesn't make any sense.
TJ, listen, my man. I mean, you've got to live in reality too. Josh Allen makes the big play at the end. Lamar makes a boo-boo. How many rings Josh got?
Right.
How many times has Josh Allen lost to Pat Mahomes in the playoffs? I'll give you a hint. It's more than anyone has ever lost to anyone else.
Right.
Free Wi-Fi. I think this is a good defense that's badly coached. I think it's a talented defense. They're talented players on the defense, and they are poorly coached. If they can fix the coaching, it should be a great defense. If they can't, and they probably won't, then they're not a very good defense.
But here's why this is why we say you cannot invest in the defense the way they invest in the defense. First of all, this isn't the early 2000s. It's a different league. Second of all, there is nobody on that side of the ball, including Kyle Hamilton, that's the type of player that can change a game, right? Yeah. Lamar Jackson is a special player. Even when you don't give him all the pieces on that side of the ball, he can make up with his play, make up for it. On defense, there is no guy on that side of the ball that can get those turnovers when you need it, that forced fumble, that interception, that stop when you absolutely have to have it. We used to be that type of defense, but we're not that defense anymore. And there's nobody, we can't even get a sack when we need to get a sack. We don't have those type of players on that side of the ball. If you had a special player or two on that side of the ball, then you can go out and say, okay, let's get some other guys to complement those players. But we just have a bunch of guys that they have talent, but that none of them are the man, right?
Yeah.
So all you're doing is just wasting money on that side of the ball because nobody's going to show up and they're poorly coached.
But Kyle Hamilton's the man, right? He's the highest paid safety of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's got to be the man.
But he's not.
But he's not making those plays. And listen, to Free Wi-Fi's point, I think he is that guy. But he's not in position to make plays for them, make those kind of plays that they need. And, you know, I hate to say it because I do like Zach Orr. But, I mean, you know, maybe fire him. Maybe fire him and get another defense coordinator. It's going to be tough at this point of the season, obviously. But you can't waste that amount of talent on that side of the ball, and you can't waste just another year in your window to potentially compete for a Super Bowl while he's learning on the job. You know, they have a lot of guys who are doing that for a team who's trying to win a Super Bowl. He's learning on the job. Voorhees is learning on the job. Falele's learning on the job. Rosengarten's learning on the job to an extent, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, Malachi Starks is learning on the job. Mike Green's learning on the job. It's not. This is what I always say. It's not you know, they're not a very well built team. They're talented, and they're kind of propped up by the fact that they have Lamar Jackson. But that's why we always say, if you take Lamar Jackson off this team, you're not going to win a lot of games.
So you have a bunch of players learning on the job along with the coach. This is where you have to have a veteran defensive coordinator that knows exactly what to do out there to put these young guys in the right position, because they don't have the experience or the natural instinct to be in the right place to make those type of plays. They're just learning.
Yeah.
313 Kurt says Ravens fans was talking saucy too. We took out them kneecaps. Yeah, congrats, man. Yeah, that's what you do when you're fans of a team. You talk trash. Listen, man. Listen. I mean, I'm not. Look, you guys won the game. Congratulations. Let's. I mean, how much are you going to celebrate? All right, you guys are still searching for your first Super Bowl win. Mm-hmm. Let's not celebrate too hard. I mean, we've been there already. All right, we've been there already. It's a good win though. Good win. Congratulations. All right. Shout out to Lions fans, man. Shout out to the Lions. They came in Baltimore and they did what they needed to do. Man, excellent offense, by the way. I mean,
yeah,
great 1-2 punch with Jahmyr Gibbs and what's the other running back's name? What's the other running back? B.
The other running back. You talking about David Montgomery, who went for 72?
Yeah, Montgomery.
The other running back? Good Lord.
The running back.
What's up, Flex Zone? He says, this is Daniel Big Lele's fault. No, it ain't, man. 38 points. 38 points from that defense. It can't. Daniel don't play defense. I mean, maybe you should get him in there and see if you can stop the run. Because the guys that you have currently cannot.
Look, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown absolutely cooked Marlon Humphrey tonight. All right. Jameson Williams had some early catches. Sam Laporta. That offense is stacked.
Yeah.
All right. But yes, what's up, Flex Zone? To your point. This is exactly why we say defund the defense, Flex Zone. If you never heard us say that, if you wonder, or if you've seen that, you wonder why we say hashtag defund the defense. This is exactly why. Because no matter how much money we put into defense, no matter how many top draft picks we put into the defense, if we don't win games, it's the offense's fault. You're blaming Daniel Falele, and no, we knew Daniel Falele wasn't good. Like that's the thing that gets me. You're blaming a person that you knew wasn't good. He's doing exactly what we expected him to do, right? But
that was already built in.
It was already built in. But the defense can give up 38 points. Hey, we'll be playing a good offense, B. Yeah. What are we supposed to do? Hey, what do you expect? They're the Lions.
The number one from 23 and 2024. What could they do? Washington outscored that offense in the playoffs last year with a rookie quarterback.
Oh, they're trolling. They said they're trolling. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Oh, you say you're trolling Hendo. Okay. Okay. But yeah, but this is what. But look, a lot of people will say that tomorrow. They're going to say it's the O line. They're going to say it's a Derrick Henry fumble. And no, that wasn't great. Derrick Henry was not happy about it. But is he the reason we lost?
No. He's
Okay,
the reason I lost, but he's not the reason the Baltimore Ravens lost.
Man, Chase says, and it's so embarrassing because they spend so much money and pour all the resources into being a good defense, like it's 2,000. Yet we missed 20 tackles. That is a lot of tackles. Can't rush a passer and can't get turnovers. All right. So, like Chase says here, all the resources, the money, the picks, and we still can't produce sacks. We can't produce turnovers. We're missing tackles. The basics. And you can't do the basics. And yeah. But oh wait, all this being known, all this being put out there. Yes, it's only week 3. How's EDC doing? How's Eric DaCosta doing?
Cooking.
Is he cooking? Right? Because when we put out videos criticizing Eric DaCosta, we're tripping. We're the ones tripping. Right.
And that missing tackles things. Look, Jahmyr Gibbs is a special player. Right? David Montgomery's a very, very good running back. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's a Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta. These are all very, very talented players. You're going to miss some tackles. That you just are. But missing 20 tackles in a game, that's a pride thing. That's pride and engagement. That happened to Carolina when they had Luke Kuechly. When he was out there and they had a lot of talent around him, they just started missing tackles. Right. And the coaching staff, they had to go essentially just back to basics. They had to stop, whatever they were doing and just go back to day one stuff and get them mentally re-engaged. And they fixed their tackling problem a couple weeks later. But that is 100% a mental thing. You're not going to make every single tackle. There's a lot of really talented guys on offense, but there's no way you can miss that many in a game.
This defense, I mean, we were going to cook them if they were just okay, right? Me and B said they had to be a top 3 defense with as much effort as they put into fixing the defense and shoring up everything. They got Marcus Williams up out of here because they made him the scapegoat and like he was a problem. And they look even worse. They look even worse, right? So you didn't want to go and get a Micah Parsons because we got Mike Green at home. We got Owe. We got Ojabo. We got these guys. All right, fine. I got no problem with that. You spent first, second round picks on these guys. You paid Madubuike a lot of money. You got the best nose tackle in the league in Travis Jones. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Seen it.
So, all right, man, cool. Go out there and show it.
I'm still waiting for that top 10 edge rusher to show up.
Which one? We got so many on the team.
I'm talking about Michael Green. I'm talking about the guy that y'all keep telling me is better than Nick Gordon. I saw Nick making plays though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's still a long season.
I saw Nick getting Michael Penix benched. I saw Nick contributing to that wide receivers coach getting fired this week. I didn't see Mike doing anything. And you know what I didn't see? I didn't see Nick Gordon chasing Bijan Robinson into the end zone.
No, listen, I will give you guys credit for that. You did a good job because there were a couple times where Bijan, he could have taken it to the house, but you tackled. You tackled a lot better than the Ravens tackled. And like B said, tackling is a pride thing. Tackling is an attitude thing. Okay. You don't have to be super talented to be a sound tackler. What they're doing out there, that has nothing to do with coaching. That has to do with you're not playing well.
Yeah.
All right. And it starts with Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith is supposed to be a leader. I don't know what happened to Roquan, man. When he first came here, he was hitting people and everybody would follow his lead. Now he looked lost.
Hey, I told you he hit Jahmyr Gibbs on that one play and he saved the first down. What more could you ask for? What more could you possibly want? Listen, Jahmyr Gibbs, arguably, you could say he's a top 5 back in the league. I wouldn't argue that, right? He's extremely talented. And they held him to 67 yards on 22 carries. And yes, because of that, they gave up 150 on 12 carries to David Montgomery. But like, you got to pick one, right? You can't shut down everybody, can you? You can't.
Look,
I mean, what
listen, man.
more do you want?
We've been going for almost an hour. It's almost 200 people in this chat. We're getting close to a record here. All right, hit that like button. Hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. Share this with your friends and loved ones. All right, we're trying to grow this channel. Thanks for coming through. You know, we're talking about the Ravens. Just even though it was a 1-score loss, man, that was an embarrassing loss. Okay, there's just no other way to put it. You're playing at home. You're on prime time, and your defense looks like it can't stop anybody. Like twice. That first game against Buffalo, I told you, I was like, man, there were a couple times I wasn't even sure if anybody was actually playing out there.
Yeah.
It looked like they're playing 7 yards off of every receiver, and this is like, is this on purpose? Like, are they just waiting for them to get down to the red zone to start playing defense, or like how's this work? And it's the same thing tonight. They didn't really try to stop this team. Even though I know Campbell likes to go for it on fourth down a lot. He had no problem going for it on fourth down.
Yeah. But again, imagine a coach like that coaching the Ravens. Imagine a coach that says, you know what? We have the 3-time MVP in Lamar Jackson. We have future Hall of Famer Derrick Henry, and it's 2 yards. Go get it. Instead of, I know they failed us literally every single opportunity they've had, but let's punt it away and rely on that defense.
Now, did you see? You guys saw the touchdown that they scored on, right? Where they did like that option play.
Yeah.
That was a nice call. Everybody said, man, that's a good play.
Mm-hmm.
We try things like that, but it doesn't get executed. What's the difference?
Yeah, but dumber and not as well executed. Yeah.
Well, listen, if they get tackled there, Lions fans say, man, that's a dumb call. But it worked because they executed. It was blocked well. It was executed well. Everybody, like, there was no hesitation. Everybody knew what they were doing. We don't coach our team that way. Every time we try to run these plays, it's like, is this what we need to do? Are we sure we want to run this? Right? It's a lack of faith in the coaching staff. It's a lack of faith in the coaching scheme. It's obviously not blocked well. Even if we had the right play call, we don't block well enough to do these type of plays.
And when Baltimore is going to try something like that. It matters when you like those plays work or fail depending on when you call them. Obviously execution is first, but it's when you call them as well. You have to fool the defense. People know when Baltimore is going to attempt something like that. Like, you get to the goal line, you're like, all right, keep your eyes on Ronnie. All right, something's going down here.
That's a sad thing, right? Because we did, like, on third and goal at the 1. We knew we weren't going to just run up the middle. All right. We had to get cute. What we do, like a sweep or something like that, and then we lost 2 yards. Then you want to roll out to, like, why don't you just run a play?
Three runs, and then they're like, damn, I guess we got to pass now that they're expecting it.
Kick the field goal if you're gonna do that. Yeah. Let's kick the field goal. We're going to the halftime winning 17-14. Ronnie got washed too. Ronnie didn't play well in this game. He gave up a sack, Ronnie overall, he's our best offensive lineman. Imagine if we didn't pay him. That's the other thing too. We were this close to not paying him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we didn't pay him, then what? Right? Well, what would have been a plan? Because they clearly weren't going to go lineman or tackle in the first round, even if they didn't pay Ronnie Stanley. What you reading, B?
No, they don't value the O-line, so there wasn't going to be a plan. I'm reading writing off Roquan's stats from last week. It's 15 tackles and a scoop and score and all that. Yeah, you played Cleveland.
Congrats.
You played Cleveland in a blowout. Let him do something in a game that's close, in a game that matters.
Hey, if we play Joe Flacco in the playoffs, great. I'll feel confident. I have a feeling he's not going to be there.
Yeah, I don't think you will be seeing Joe Cool come January, February.
Marcus Orr says we're not even going to make the playoffs this year. We're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
What team can we cover? What team can we rush? The Browns. LOL. Okay. B looked at the schedule. He read it off earlier. Don't worry, Marcus. We're
Yeah,
making the
and
playoffs.
have a little more faith in your cousin or brother or uncle or whoever it is. No, Baltimore's going to the playoffs. They're going to be fine in the regular season. It's just in the in the playoffs, are they on that same level as Buffalo and Kansas City and those other teams? I guess
What's
the
up, Shaheen?
Chargers now. Yeah.
Shaheen, you still in Iran? Are you staying safe over there?
I feel like he has to be if he's got time to come in here and comment.
Yeah.
Always good to see you though, Shaheen.
Always good to see you, man. Always good to see you. Appreciate you, man. It'd be like 2:00 in the morning.
All right.
And he still watch our show.
Okay. You can say no relation, but you keep that name in your username. I'm not gonna believe you. We've had run-ins with family members before.
We did. Yes, we have. We have. Indigo says, remember in the training camp presses, Marla said stops aren't good enough. We want turnovers. What a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. He was serious. Just they can't do it. That's all.
She says you're biased and a hater. Okay.
Yeah, well, okay.
Oh, over there on Twitch. All right. Thank you, Shug.
You know what?
Hold it.
Just go back to
holding it down
for Twitch, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what we're doing over here.
Listen, yes, I heard I've heard Hamilton say something similar to that.
Yeah, that's not who they are. Yeah, it is.
But they don't even play that way, right? It's like they're not close to the ball. I don't see him trying to strip anybody. I don't see him trying to go for interceptions. They're not aggressive enough to be talking that reckless.
It's not a defense that plays angry. And this is why we always talked about Marcus Peters and how important he was to the Ravens defense, because he brought the attitude, he brought the edge. You have guys who are talented, and you have guys who are, like well mannered. And you don't want that on the defense. You need some angry, violent individuals.
Yeah. Goldman says we're playing Keaton. When are we gonna play Keaton? The coach said we're not playing him. Nobody's hurt.
He had better play next week. He had better play next. But you know what's going to happen? John's going to look at that kick return that almost went to the house from Rasheen Ali. Like, see, that's why we can't get Keaton on the active roster.
And that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Do you think Adarius Washington will play a snap this season? No. Made the playoffs? No, I don't think so.
No. And honestly, I mean, like we all are wishing a speedy recovery for Ardarius, but you probably wouldn't want him playing at that point. Having sat out the entire season, no training camp, nothing to get him ramped up and ready to play. I mean, it's probably not going to improve anything.
The fact that you're asking that tells me that this was a failed draft.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't even be remembering Ardarius Washington play for this team right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's only week 3. Not completely forget him, but damn, man, like week 3 we're saying, man, you think Ardarius Washington can come back? Malachi Starks was supposed to be that guy.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be that guy. We're always saying, man, if we can get Ardarius back, that would be great. Poor drafting. Mm-hmm. This is why you don't draft safeties that high.
Yeah, and why you do draft Josh Simmons. Yeah. I wonder which edge rusher is going to beat him for a sack next week. Probably none. Although I don't know. I think he got hurt in their last game. I think so. I don't think that it was serious, but getting looked at on the sideline.
When is Emory Jones going to be ready to go? Because he has to be in the mix. Like he has to be in the mix.
I don't know, man. When is Ben Cleveland going to be ready to
go? He's healthy, but Emory Jones.
I know. I'm saying like when Emory Jones gets healthy, he ain't gonna play either.
Well, he didn't get in the doghouse. He didn't get in the doghouse.
No, but the other two are in the penthouse. They love those guys.
I don't know. I think it's more so they just don't like Ben Cleveland. Well,
John Harbaugh. It's not. Look, again, they said before the 2024 season these are our guys, and they're going to be good in 2025, and we're not going to do anything about it.
Is he out for the year? TY says he's on the IR for the year. I didn't
Who?
see that. Emory Jones.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I hope not.
I
He
don't
needs
pay attention to third and later picks from Eric DaCosta. Like, what for? What?
he needs to get out there. This is not going well. They gotta make a trade. They gotta call somebody. Call somebody out of retirement. Do something. This is going really bad. Cleveland and Keaton might as well be on IR for the year. Yeah, I agree. Poor coaching from this coach, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think we play enough bad teams on the schedule. We're good enough, to win a substantial amount of games. We're going to be a play. We'll probably win the division if we're being honest. Our only path of resistance is Pittsburgh, and they don't look great either. I know Sugar's in here, but they do not look good. And the other two, I mean, Cincinnati's done. We already beat down Cleveland once. Cleveland will compete a little bit because of their defense, but they don't have anything going for themselves either. So we're probably going to win a division again. We'll be in the playoffs. It's what we do in the playoffs. What kind of adjustments can we make by then? What kind of things can they fix on the O-line? Can they get more in unison? Defense, can they get on the same page in certain areas? Can they have a stretch where they play as a cohesive defense? I don't know. That's really on Zach Orr. At this point, you got to hope that Zach Orr can figure some things out, because this really is on Zach Orr. You have a lot of young players on that defense that need to be coached. Roquan Smith is not the leader they thought he was, right? He's not Ray Lewis light. Okay. He's not Timo Ray Lewis. He's just Roquan. Roquan needs leadership as well. Yeah. And Zach Orr is going to have to be that guy to give it to that team. And if not, we're going to be playing a lot of games like this.
Well, not a whole lot, because they have a very soft schedule, so they'll be fine. Like I said, once they get to the playoffs, then it's about who they end up, being matched up with. Somebody's got to win the AFC South, right? I mean, maybe you get to play them and you get to the second round. I don't know. It's about who you end up playing. Maybe you end up playing Justin Herbert. He doesn't like winning in the playoffs, so like maybe now you're in the AFC Championship. Who knows? Anything can happen. But no, they'll get to the playoffs. They'll be fine in that regard. They have too many, I don't want to call them easy games, but too many non-threatening opponents on their schedule.
Yeah. All right. Look, it's almost 1:00 and there's still almost 200 people in here. You guys are crazy. All right. You're crazy. I got to work in the morning. I know a lot of you have to work in the morning. All right, let's wrap this up. We'll read a couple more comments when we get out of here, but make sure you hit the subscribe button. We'll be back on Wednesday for the LBHT show. We'll talk more about this. We'll talk about the upcoming game against the Chiefs, where, spoiler alert, B thinks the Chiefs are going to win. I think we're going to give the Chiefs another L. But we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Handel says he's off. You're off on Wednesday?
He's off tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Because he's a snake.
Oh. If you want more Ravens talk tomorrow, go over to Coach Evans' channel, Sip to Tally Films. I will be on there with the Ravens Roundup. Myself, Coach Evans, Chris Just Joking. We got Carrie. They're both on the Deep Cover podcast. And we got Sutton from Purple Rain Podcast. All right. So, yes. Yeah. Lots of Ravens talk over the next couple of days, and we're on to Kansas City at this point. Zay finally got in. I'm back. Oh, that's E. What's up, E? He's back.
I saw he said something B, and I was like, that name sounds real familiar.
Welcome back, E. Let's see what else we got in here. Kwame says, man, it's going to be packed full in there. Yeah. Go Man still believes that we're going to the Super Bowl. I love your confidence. Hey man, listen. Sometimes some Super Bowl teams start this way. They start out struggling and they figured things out towards the end. I just don't believe in this coaching staff. I don't believe in Eric DaCosta. I just at this point I just think he's a bad GM.
But listen, go man, keep that same energy. All right. When you don't go to the Super Bowl, I want you back in here and I want you sending a donation to apologize.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it could be. It could be $1. You send in a donation that says I'm sorry.
Gomez is good. It doesn't matter. Like Gomez is one of those guys where he's like, if we win, but I told y'all, if we lose, he's like, keep the same energy for next week.
Right. I told y'all next year.
We'll do it again. Won't happen again. Can't happen 3 times.
That'll line up with Detroit again. See what happens.
All right, y'all. We getting out of here, man. Smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe. Put your notifications on. Go over to LBHTShow.com. LBHTShow.com. Sign up for the newsletter. I'm gonna put that out this week. I missed a couple of ones. It wasn't supposed to be weekly. It's supposed to be like monthly, but you guys really seem to like it. So I'm gonna try to put them out weekly. All right. Thanks for coming through. Thank you, TY. Thank you to everybody that donated, sent in super chats. Thank you to everybody that subscribed. Appreciate it. Spread this to everybody because we're trying to grow. Trade Harbaugh. I wish we could trade Harbaugh.
If Eric DaCosta wants to prove his worth, fleece somebody on that.
Yeah. Call out Travis Jones too. Listen, man. I that's one of those things. Go over to Coach's channel. I'm not going to sit here and call out Travis Jones. I'm not sure how good or bad he played in this game. Coach will bring that tape for sure. So we'll see about that. I know the rest of that defense, them 20 missed tackles. Hell no. Hell no. That's not even on Zach Orr. That's on y'all. Right? Some of you guys just might actually be fraudulent. You might not be good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Including Roquan. All right. B, are you ready? Are you ready this time?
I'm ready. Problem. What's your deal?
Marlowe's injured. Yeah, okay. I mean, I hope he gets better. I mean,
is it just the pride after what Amon-Ra did to him on that 4th down?
I got nothing but love for Marlon Humphrey, man. He made a lot of plays for us last year. I think he's actually a good player. Yeah. But if he needs some time to get better, man, take the time to get better. This defense is trash anyway. Mm-hmm. It's trash anyway. Anybody that's dinged up on defense and you need to take some time to get right, just go ahead and do it. You already stink. Okay. Maybe when you get back, we get some things figured out, right? But right now, just, man, take a break.
Maybe they should try a players-only meeting. That almost got Miami a win. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Do something. Do something. Have a retreat, something. All right. We're out of here. B is ready. Get some rest. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.